right, so we got a little fun game today, a little different than our usual. I'm going to be the Archenemy. This is for Halloween. We're all being spoopy. This is a Duskmourn from the last set that came out. I am going to play the house. I have all of the rooms in here. I'm playing Marina Vendrell. I'm using all of the rooms and all of the eerie mechanics to benefit off of not only casting the rooms, but unlocking them completely. The flavor of this game is going to be I am the haunted house. Dylan is survivors in the house. Jeremiah is somewhat the same. And Skyy over here is spiders and insects that are also in the house, but they have their own agenda. Do you have anything else you guys would like to say about your decks?
I'm just going to be playing a lot of humans and people who are in the house. So yeah.
The survival ability, really big in that one.
Mine's mainly just spiders and insects, and putting stuff in my graveyard for the delirium, but
yeah,
pretty straightforward. Oh yeah,
Death Touch. You create a lot of tokens, that's what I saw last time, but yeah.
So I'm playing Aminatou. This is enchantment based, it's miracle based. I didn't want to play a lot of the same cards as Joe, so I decided to go with a specific type of enchantment. There are very few chances you get to play when you only have one enemy in Commander when you're playing Commander, so the enchantment I went with is Curses. I have Curses in my deck that I'm hoping to miracle out.
Just
Joe
put them all on me.
will not like it, and it'll be fantastic.
All right,
that's
so
gonna be sweet.
I've only played with Marina a few times. I hope she makes a good Archenemy.
I think the rooms will weigh out the curses like good. But also you have the Archenemy things.
Yeah, and but I personally, I will say, out of all of the Archenemy cards I have seen in the past, I think this set, they nerfed it quite a bit. Some of the cards don't seem like...
Yeah,
as
there's
good
one
as
in
I've seen
particular, like the scariest one I think in that deck right now is the you choose a player and you destroy all non-land permanents that player controls.
Oh,
it's brutal.
Hitting him in the face.
Do you control the curses?
He would technically
I would control the curses. So yeah, if I have 4 on him and he flips it over, all my curses would go away.
Well, me being the Archenemy, I will go first. Does everyone have a keepable hand?
Yes, sir.
That's fine with? Okay, well, I'll start this off. I will draw. Untap, upkeep, draw. Beginning of my main phase 1. Let's see what happens here. Only I know what awaits. When I set this scheme in motion for each card type among permanents my opponents control, oh my goodness, I may put a permanent card of that type from my hand onto the battlefield. I will put that on the bottom.
That's a good start.
Yep.
I still would have liked the one.
I would have liked the one that I'm most afraid of going first.
Oh, that's I'll play Abandoned Campground, and then I will pass turn. You all take it at the same time, yes.
At the same time.
Yes,
so
we all have the same turn.
So we all draw.
Yeah, so you all draw.
So we all draw.
I'm going to play a Forest.
Forest. I'm going to be playing a Halimar Depths tapped, so I get to look at the top 3 cards in my library and put them back in any order.
Nice. I'm going to play a Forest to Soul Ring.
Sweet.
To
First time I'm
an
happy
Arcane
about
Signet.
The God, dude. Archenemy game, he gets God hand, bro.
I'm done. You guys done?
Yes.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Flip it.
My wealth will bury you. When I set this scheme in motion, create a number of treasure tokens equal to the number of artifacts or enchantments my opponents control. If they control fewer than 4, I create 4 treasures.
So you get 4.
So I create 4 treasures.
Man, that's your commander this turn.
That is my
Wow.
So I will tap. I'm going to play a Gorge, but I'm actually I will use 2 treasures and go to 2 treasures and tap that. Use that 1, and for the 3, I will play a Cloud Key, choosing enchantments.
Cool.
Making enchantments cost 1 less, and then I will. Then I will pass turn.
Okay, so
All right,
untap.
we all untap, upkeep, draw. Oh yeah, I remember that was there.
I will play a Plains. And then
I got a swamp.
I'm going to play a Forest. Tap the Forest, Arcane Signet, and 2 for.
Is
my
priority
commander.
still?
I mean, we're all doing it at the same time. It doesn't matter the order.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll tap 2 for a House Cartographer.
Oh, sorry. Well, you were casting something, huh?
Oh, yeah, but it's fine. You
Okay.
can take turns.
I mean, you read what they do.
Oh yeah, because that one has a
so-
ETB trigger.
When this enters the battlefield, I create 2 1/1 flying insects.
Yeah.
And then if I have
Delirium.
4 or more types of cards in my graveyard, I have Delirium, which gives all spiders and insects +1/+1 and Death Touch.
Yes. So you were casting.
The House Cartographer has survival at the beginning of my second main phase. If House Cartographer is tapped, reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a land card and put that card into my hand and the rest on the bottom of my library.
I'm gonna tap for 2 and just play a Signet.
Nice.
Okay. I'll also tap a green to play Spider Umbra.
Nice. Good play.
On the Swarmweaver.
Mhm.
It gets +1/+1 and has reach. Also
And
totem armor.
Pretty good.
Is that it then?
I am done on my side.
Yep.
I'm done.
Dylan? All right. So untap, upkeep, draw.
What do we got next?
A premonition of your demise. When this scheme is set in motion, reveal the top 2 cards in my library, put them into my hand. When I reveal 1 or more non-land cards this way, this scheme deals damage equal to their total mana value to any target. So 2. They're both lands. But I'll put them in my hand.
No damage.
No damage. That's
Draw 2 cards. Not bad.
Mountain. I will, because enchantments cost 1 less. I will tap a blue. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So 5 total. I'm having the Cloud Key pay for 1, and I will cast a Fear of Sleep Paralysis.
Oh, such a good
So it's a 6/6 flying. When it enters the battlefield, when Fear of Sleep Paralysis or another enchantment I control enters. This is the only Eerie I think where it entering is also triggering it. The rest are just when the
Yeah, kind of like Constellation does.
So, but when it enters or another enchantment I control enters, or whenever I can whenever I fully unlock a room, tap up to 1 target creature, put a stun counter on it. Its second ability or third ability, if you're counting the keyword, stun counters can't be removed from permanents my opponents control.
That's very good.
So I'm going to tap this.
Survival.
Well, it does have survival. That's
I'm
true.
gonna land.
No, I'm gonna tap this.
So stun counters are if it would be untapped, remove a stun counter.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this says that the stun counters can't be removed. So until
So
you
if
get
you
rid
have
of this,
something that untaps it, it still just doesn't untap.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, okay. That's because like I was thinking.
yeah,
maybe
you have to
something
remove
that
this before
untaps
you
it.
can remove the stun counters.
Well,
Okay. I mean, flickering or removing it from the battlefield would still technically.
That would
be
work.
right?
That would work.
Yeah, that was your guys' turn. Sorry.
untap, upkeep, draw.
Well, first, I will play a green and, tap a forest and the Soul Ring for a green and 2 to curse you with
And the curses
the
begin.
curse
It's
of
not for me.
clinging webs. Whenever a non-token creature enchanted player controls dies, exile it, and you create a 1/2 green spider creature with reach.
Ooh, so they're like infested.
Yeah.
I'll play a
Sweet.
forest, and
They
then I'm
spread
gonna
the webs
tap
in the house.
a green and a white and play a baseball bat. When it enters, attach it to target creature you control. I'll attach it to the house cartographer. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and whenever it attacks, tap up to 1 target creature.
Oh, sweet.
So,
I'm going to be playing an Underground River and tapping it for colorless into the Azori Signet, 4 mana, 1 of each color, to cast my commander. Aminatou Veil Piercer, 2/4. At the beginning of my upkeep, surveil 2, and then it gives my enchantment spells Miracle. So we'll see if we can get a
Nice.
Miracle.
so I'm gonna swing the house cartographer. Whenever he attacks, I tap target creature. I will tap your guy. So you have a 3/3 coming at you.
So I'll leave mine for blocks.
So I will take 3, right?
Yeah. And then go to second main.
Yeah.
At the beginning of second main, if he is tapped, sorry, I reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal a land card and put that card into my hand, and the rest on the bottom. Ooh,
There it is.
forest.
Nice.
Go to my hand. This will go to the bottom.
Sweet.
I will tap a green and
Second
No,
base,
no, no.
right? Yeah.
green and 1 for mulch, revealing the top 4. Putting all lands revealed into my hand, the rest of my graveyard. That's 2, 3, 4. So 2 lands, Bajuka Bog and Jungle Hollow, but I do have Caravan Vigil and Demonic Tutor.
How many card types in your graveyard now?
Only 1.
Only one. They're all safe?
They're all sorcerers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Jungle Hollow for my land, gaining us 1 life.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's
Yep,
it for
I'm
me.
good. Go ahead, Joe. Let's see what we got.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Scheme it up.
Scheme.
Steamage.
My
plus one
followers
counters.
ascend. When you set the scheme in motion, put 5 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. It gains flying, vigilance till end of turn. If I control no creatures instead, so I'll put 5 counters on him.
Yep.
My goodness.
Wow.
Glad
That's
you
crazy.
kept the blocker.
Against flying, I mean, he already had it, but he
Yeah.
gains vigilance till end of turn.
Vigilance.
Oh my god. An 11
Underestimate
flyer
vigilance.
vigilance.
I will play an island as my land for turn. I will tap
You got a good mana base going on.
an island and a mountain. And I will play
There's a
a
room that on. Oh, right. It costs 1 less.
mirror room. There's 1 cost room. But the bottomless pool is 1 blue. Anyway, mirror room. When I unlock this door, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's a reflection in addition to its other types. So I'll create a copy
That's so
of the
good.
Fear of Sleep Paralysis. When it enters the battlefield, I'll unlock a locked door that I can. Right?
No, you.
No,
put
oh
stun
no, no,
counter.
no. Or do that. Yeah. I actually put a stun counter on it. Sorry, wrong card. They're all starting to blend together. Let's put a stun counter.
My commander doesn't really.
Yeah,
attack.
I'm gonna put it on that. You're just gonna keep getting your
My land.
your land search, but I'm not gonna get swung at with a bat. tapping
But
my
I
stuff.
can equip it to something else.
You can. Yeah.
And
you're
you're gonna get 2 because this is an enchantment, so it'll trigger the Eerie ability on this one too.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
true.
so you get another stun.
You're right. That one's gonna go on one of
One
your
of the
insects.
flyers.
If I'd have known that, I think both your insects would take them. if you guys don't mind me doing
I'm
that.
fine with that.
I'll put them on both of your insects.
Okay.
We're gonna take 11.
So those tab, both of them have a
Now
stun.
we're at an even 50.
Yeah.
I will
About to be.
tap 1 white,
How
and I
about-
will play a Dollmaker's Shop. When 1 or more non-toy creatures I control attack, I create a 1/1 toy artifact creature token. This entering will trigger the both Fear of Sleep Paralysis, so I'll put 2 more stun counters. I don't know if I have any more. Oh, I do. Just because they're here now, I will be doing those. Let's go combat. I'm going to swing an 11/11 flying at you guys.
Well, we have to take it.
Yep, taking it. Going to 50.
Yep. Dang.
And I
Very good chunk.
will pass. I will pass.
Alright, that's it.
Oh, when I have a
Oh.
trigger here, I create a toy. When 1 or more non-toy attacks, I have a toy right here.
Upkeep, I have a trigger. Also rail 2.
I don't have any, so
I do
I'll
not have one either.
Draw.
I am going to put an Obscura storefront into my graveyard and leave this one on top.
Okay.
And then we draw.
And then we draw. I'm going to reveal that it is a Demon of Fate's Design, 6/6 flying trample. So it is an enchantment, and it costs 4 less because it's a miracle. So I will tap for 2 black. This will deal me a damage, and I will cast it. Demon of Fate's Design, 6/6 flying trample. Once during each of my turns, I may cast an enchantment spell by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. And then I can pay 3, sacrifice another enchantment. Demon of Fate's Design gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is the sacrifice enchantment's mana value. I'm going to be playing an island as land for turn.
I'm gonna play forest, and then I'm gonna deal with that giant thing. I'm gonna
Labyrinth
tap
of Scophos.
3 to play a trap in the screen. An
Oh,
enchantment.
with Ward 2 and it exiles
When
it.
it enters, exile that creature. Well, I'm gonna choose that creature, and until this leaves the battlefield. So now, yeah, but it will come back with no counters. So, yeah, that's my cast.
I will tap 1, 2, 3 green, 2, 3, and 4 for a Hornet Queen.
Nice.
That's too much flying.
Oh, sick.
And they all have,
Flying
Death
and
touch.
Death Touch.
and all the tokens have flying and
Yes.
death touch.
So I'll have 5 flying Death Touch.
Well,
Yeah,
not-
I'm going
3
to
life?
pay 3 life, and I'm going to cast an Estrid's Invocation. I may have Estrid's Invocation enter the battlefield as a copy of an enchantment I control, except it has, at the beginning of my upkeep, I may exile this enchantment. If I do, return to the battlefield under its owner's control. So I'm going to have it enter as a copy of my Demon of Fate's Design. So now I've got 2 6/6 flying tramplers.
Sick. The tides have turned, bro.
They really have.
I'm going to tap for a blue,
She's manifesting
play
the
a
demons
Brainstone.
against you.
So this has, I can pay 2, tap it, sacrifice it, draw 3 cards, and I can put 2 cards from my hand on top of my library in any order. In case Joe does something funny, I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to suspend a Resurgent Belief.
What is that one?
So this one, it has suspend 2, and then it says return all enchantment cards from my graveyard to the battlefield. Just in case you destroy some of my enchantments, that'll go off in 2 turns.
Second main phase.
You guys got stuff on second main?
He does.
Trigger. Oh. Planes.
Wow.
You
nice.
I will
cheated.
play this plane.
Scripted content.
And then I will also cast something with the planes. I will cast a Veteran Survivor.
Okay.
Okay.
He has survival at the beginning of my second main phase. If he's tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. As long as there are 3 or more cards exiled with Veteran Survivor, it gets +3/+3 and hexproof.
Okay.
Yes. And then, yeah. That's all I'm doing.
You guys good?
Yep.
Tap. Upkeep, draw. Let's see. Scheming. Time bends to my will. You set this scheme in motion, take an extra turn after this one. Skip the untap step of that turn.
Ooh, skip the untap.
An exotic orchard. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay 1 blue. 1. I'll play a mystery key. I'll pay 1, and I will equip the mystery key to the toy.
Nice.
Then, because it says combat damage, another misplay on my part, I'm gonna put it on the copy.
So you take an extra turn after this one. It didn't say skip the revealing of the...
No.
Yeah, so he will get another scheme. But yeah, he'll skip his untap steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sucks. About 1,
Another card.
2. Lands I control can tap for 1 of any color.
And then you have an Eerie trigger.
Yes.
Another
but
stun counter.
1 stun counter. Yes, it's just. tap
That was the right choice.
Yeah.
Because if you pick that one, I could flicker it.
I am going to pass the turn.
Alright.
To myself. Yep.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna untap, which doesn't happen. Upkeep, draw.
Scheme.
Oh, wait, I was holding my hand backwards. Scheme it up. Choose your demise. And you see got this scheme in motion. Look at the top 4 cards of my library. Separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Opponent chooses one of those piles. Put the cards into my hand. The rest in the bottom. So
Just a
the
fact or
top
fiction.
4.
Except instead of 1 going into your graveyard, it just goes to the bottom of your library.
Well, that's the face up one.
Okay.
This is the face down one. Sky, pick a pile.
So that's the one you can see. The other stack is 3 cards.
So yeah, it's a double strike, or it's a manifest.
Which is my only way to get around your goddamn death touch. So.
Or there's 3.
There's
How
3.
many- How many cards do you have in your hand?
4. So that'll
4,
fill my
5,
hand.
6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
And next turn he can play Marina, which is going to give him even more cards in his hand.
If those cards are good, it might hinder him from playing his commander.
Does
I
he
don't
have
think
all his
Joe's
cards?
that smart. I think he really wants this card. We should give him the 3.
Yeah. 3.
Uh,
Put this on the bottom.
sure.
I will play a Valgavoth Slayer. I will choose a hexproof.
It's an
When it
enchantment.
enters, choose a color. Add one of any mana of the chosen color. Pass the turn.
Alrighty.
Untap.
Untap.
Upkeep, I got a trigger. Oh, I have 2 triggers, but I won't flicker this one. I will surveil too. But neither of these are enchantments, so I'm just going to bin them both. A Temple and a Moon Blessed Cleric, which is pretty good. Well, I just said it. Yeah, I'll leave the Moon Blessed Cleric on
I
top.
didn't even hear.
Yeah. Those won't untap. Okay, then we can go to our draw. For land for turn, I'm going to play a Glacial Fortress. Enters tapped unless I control plains or an island. I control an island, so I'm just untap.
I'm gonna play a Myriad Landscape.
Hey Scott,
Yeah.
how would you feel if I destroyed one of your creatures but you manifest Dread?
Sure.
So I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Do
Well,
that. Look at 2.
I'm gonna play a forest. Tap 4 first and play Rip.
Oh, okay.
Rip to y'all, to you. And then I'll tap 1 to unwanted remake on one of your insects.
Perfect.
Destroy target creature, its controller manifests Dread.
One of his tap ones?
Oh, actually, yeah. I'll just do a tap one, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
the
that works.
flying death touch
Yeah.
one.
That
Get
sure
one of the
doesn't
tap
even
ones.
have that.
Put this Imperial Seal.
Oh.
My graveyard. But
No, it's not even another card type.
yeah.
I'm going to
Well,
pay 3, and I'm going to
Could've been
play a Moon Blessed Cleric. When it enters, I may search my library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and then shuffle, and then put that card on top. I'm going to grab a Curse of Misfortunes. This thing has Enchant Player. At the beginning of my upkeep, I may search my library for a curse card that doesn't have the same name as a curse attached to the enchanted player, put it onto the battlefield attached to the chosen player, then shuffle my library. So it's just a free curse every turn.
I see that. That's rough.
And that's going on top. Can you cut that, please, sir?
I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna make the best Archenemy.
Watch.
guys.
Next one, destroy
that
all
on
non-land permanents.
Of one
What's
of
your
these.
highest
That's-
toughness
Oh,
of
sorry.
creatures?
This I got tick.
Now you have this giant flag.
The highest toughness 6.
I'll tap 2 black. 1, 2, 3, 4. For a Doom Weaver. Soul binding it to your 6/6. Oh, as long as you control both of them. Okay, so then I'll do this 2/2. Yeah.
So
What,
what does that mean?
happens while they're still bonded?
Nothing happens. Well, if one of the creature dies, I draw cards equal to its power.
Okay.
So
Wanna go to
you
combat?
guys go in combat?
I do want to swing, but if I only swing my 2/1,
I'm going to be swinging the 6/6. He still has his 6/6 flyer, so.
yeah, I guess I might not swing then. because
But I don't care if my enchantment dies, it'll come back on my upkeep when I cast this. Gotta get value out of it somehow. I don't have any enchantments in my graveyard otherwise. Just played it for no reason.
I'll send 2 Death Touch 1/1s. Flyers.
Yep,
I'm
and
taking
a
8.
6/6.
You guys, was that it? Or you guys have second man?
Second man. I have a trigger. I'll
Oh, yeah, you
reveal
do.
until I reveal a land. Is it a basic land?
I think it's any land, right?
A land.
Oh wow.
Nice pocket, dude.
Bruh. Dang, I'm sad. I wanted some of that. That's all I have.
That's it for me.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Remember, this also, Joe, if you get rid of this, you get your other 6/6 flyer back.
What's
Word 2 now.
Alright, watch destroy all non-land permanents.
Hold the power of
There it
destruction.
is.
Oh, you.
What?
No.
So they die.
Swarmweaver's
So
Yeah,
Battle
whenever you set
without
this game in
stun
count. Oh,
motion,
that's true.
all non-land permanents target opponent
Oh, wait.
destroy all. Yeah,
So wait.
yeah, that's the
So
one.
it doesn't actually die and come back. It just removes all the damage and gets rid of
Removes the
everything.
totem armor.
So
he
still
doesn't
has a
die
stun
and
counter,
re-enter. It
actually.
stays and he's still stunned. Yeah.
So that's.
He just loses totem armor, but everything else is gone.
The Arcane Signet and Soul Ring as well.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
swing with your only flyer?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay.
So since they both died, so I draw 3 cards,
Equal to the combined power.
right?
Because they're both dying at the same time.
Okay. 3 and 4.
So-
I,
Have
my
Delirium.
friends, have Delirium.
So I play planes. Well, I mean, Verge might as well. I do control an island, so it's basically I can use that.
Dang.
So 1, 2.
That would
I will
be-
play an Arcane Signet.
Oh!
Blue, white, black, red, green. I will play Marina. When Marina enters the battlefield, I will reveal the top 7 cards in my library. I will put all enchantments from among them into my hand. The rest on the bottom of the library. So I will put 1, 2, 3 different runes into my hand.
Which is really kind of like 6 cards.
Yeah.
Which is
It is
It's
kind
pretty
of
sweet.
I'm gonna swing
Werewolves.
my 6/6 flyer, you guys.
We take 6.
Oh, sorry. I'm also just. Boom, boom. Yeah, that was it. So, because that does not. Okay, yeah, I'm not missing
So we
anything.
take 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, no blocks.
Okay. When it deals combat damage to a player, I sacrifice the mystery key. And if I do, I draw 3 cards.
Sweet. Just glad I wasn't unlocking a room. I don't know what those things do. How many
I'll
cards do
show
I
you.
have now?
I have to discard
Yeah.
that, but I guess that was a good way to thin my deck. So, I will now go to my end step. At my end step, I will have to discard down to hand size.
On your end step, I am going to do something. I'm going to tap for 2, tap and sacrifice my Brainstone to draw 3 cards and then put 2 back on top. This is the first card I'm drawing this turn, so I'm going to cast it for its miracle cost of 1 black to curse you, Joe. So then I will draw 2
Can't
more
believe
cards,
You've done this.
and
What
I
does
will
that
put
curse
2 back. So this one triggers on our upkeep. I'll get to search my deck for another curse and put it directly onto him.
Bro, you're about to be cursed.
I know.
Oh,
So,
1 board wipe though.
I have to discard 4 cards. I'm going to discard 2 plains, an island, and a strangled cemetery. And I'm going to pass.
Tap. I have a couple of upkeep triggers. The first one that I will have resolve is my Curse of Misfortunes. So I'll search for a curse.
God, I chose you like this.
I am going to grab a Curse of
I have a miscard
Surveillance. This is going to be the coolest curse in this entire deck for you guys. Curse of Surveillance. Enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, any number of target players other than the player, each draw cards equal to the number of curses attached to that player.
Nice.
Which is 3. So
Oh.
on his upkeep, we will each draw 3 cards.
That's cool.
That is, dude. You guys.
Okay,
Otherwise
the
we'll
next
be-
thing that I'm going to
Yeah,
have
makes sense.
resolve is Aminatu's Surveil ability. Surveil 2.
It's pretty even though.
Dang,
40,
no
49.
enchantments again. I'm going to leave them both on top. I'm going to draw this one. Oh, sorry. We're not out of upkeeps yet. Sorry. I will have Estrid's Invocation trigger next. I will exile it and have it re-enter as a copy of the Curse of Misfortunes. So now on upkeep, you'll get 2 curses. And then the last upkeep trigger, I'll have this resolve.
Surprised you didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an initial curse, so it'll be
We draw 8
another
cards,
card.
but we'll be basically milling ourselves at that point.
But I have no enchantments in my graveyard. So that'll be that. Alright, upkeep trigger's done. Draw step.
I'm gonna. So main phase. After that, right?
Yeah, you're on your main
I'm gonna
phase.
play a plains.
I'm gonna play a swamp. Do either of you guys have like something in your deck that you really, really want to draw? I mean, I have a Scheming Symmetry in my hand.
What is that?
So this is choose 2 players. Each of them search their library for a card, shuffle the library, and put that card on top.
Ooh, interesting.
So
Ooh.
me and one of you can tutor for a card and put it on top of your library.
I would get Kona Rescue Beastie because she has survival whenever she's tapped. My second main phase, I get a
One thing that's
permanent
cool is
card.
on Joe's upkeep, you will draw cards. So if you pick an instant that you can play, it will be in your hand on his upkeep, and you'll have it.
I would still search for Kona because that allows me to put any card that's permanent onto the battlefield if she's tapped.
Do you have any cool permanents?
I do have some cool permanents. And if I'm drawing 4 more next turn, oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless you have an ability to draw it right now, and if I put it on top of your library before we go to combat, it will get cycled through. So
I
that's
will
why I
be
have
able
it counted.
to- I will be able to get it
Oh,
with
true.
Rip.
Is that a draw trigger?
No, but it's
Oh,
at
you
the beginning of
reveal.
my
That's
second
right. So you
phase.
would be able to get it this turn.
Would, and it's cost 2, so
Okay.
I could theoretically.
Okay. Then, I mean, unless you have
Nope.
something cooler, I'll do that for Dylan here.
Totally fine.
I'm gonna pay black, and I will cast the Scheming Symmetry.
So we both.
So
search for
yeah, we both search for a card, any card,
a card.
and put it on top of our library. Now, which card do I want to pick that's gonna piss off Joe the most? That one.
alright, man.
That is the one. I am officially hellbent at the moment. I have no cards
Oof. So I'm gonna tap this for a black.
Good thing you got Miracle.
left.
To play Dark Ritual, adding 3 black. With that 3, I'm going to play Cracked Skull on your copy. So when I cast that, I look at your hand, and then I choose a non-land card for you to discard.
Because you are all one entity, do you all get to see it? Because
It's public information. Yeah, he can
it
tell.
doesn't say reveal. Oh, he's allowed to tell you though.
Yeah, you can reveal your hand. It's not allowed. I mean, it's not against the rules.
Yeah,
right?
he
I could-
gets like this is information he knows. Now that he knows it, he could tell us. I mean, if it's the WinCon one, get rid of the WinCon one.
I don't know what the one con is.
It's a blue one.
It's a blue one.
Yeah,
Oh.
it has stairs in its name.
It's the promising elevator. No,
Elevator.
no, it's a central elevator and promising stairs.
Okay, so it does have stairs.
So I'm discarding one of them.
Yeah. The charred foyer.
So we're drawing those cards at his upkeep.
So there's that for you.
So
We'll
before
have
scheme,
discard.
before scheme even happens.
So that goes into the graveyard. For my land, I'm going to play Bajuka Bog.
Oh no. That's okay.
Did you have plans?
No, just for that red one. But
I will
like,
say,
yeah,
my veteran survivor lets me exile things from his
it's
land.
not that big a
Then
deal.
I'm going to tap 2 blue and 2 for Arasta of the Endless Web. Reach 2/3. No, sorry.
Creates 1/2
3/5.
when you cast.
Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a
Which isn't very
1/2
good against
green creature spell with
With
reach.
Green creature token. That's
I'm gonna
But I know
pay
what
3.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I'm gonna pay 3 and equip this baseball bat to.
Are you sure you want to do that? Because you won't be able to play Kona this turn.
I was thinking, because even if I am able to play Kona, I'm not able to tap her, so I'm not gonna get her ability anyways. Next turn, if I attack with her, this lets me tap
You
her.
didn't maximize
So I'll
that
get to tap
tutor,
it
buddy.
anyways.
I'm just messing with you.
Bro, be quiet over there. You're cursed.
I am, and I'm losing. So.
Technically
Not
not,
really.
but like board state wise, I think
Because
you guys
yeah,
have
because if
an
I just
advantage.
casted this turn, I'll be able to attack with her next turn, but he'll be able to block and kill it because he has a 3/5 and that's a 4.
Like I'm enchanted with 3 enchantments. One of my things is enchanted by one of your guys'
Well,
things.
you 4. You got 4 curses on you.
4 curses. Oof.
So I'm gonna. I want to go to combat if y'all are ready.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna before we go to combat, I'm gonna tap another 3 and play a shrewd storyteller. That's
Okay.
survival. At the beginning of my second main phase, if he's tapped, I put a 1/1 counter on target creature. I'll swing Rip. Whenever she's a 5/5. Whenever she attacks, I tap up to 1 target creature. I will tap the shrewd storyteller, and then yeah. So you have a 5/5 coming.
I'll block with a toy.
Are we going to second main?
Okay.
So I get to choose the order of the survival
Yeah.
triggers,
Yeah.
right? Thank gosh, because
Yeah.
so
Otherwise it
Rip
would
will
kill
trigger,
your
or I guess this one will trigger first. I'll put a 1/1 counter on Rip, and then Rip's gonna trigger. I'll reveal the top X cards where X is its power. Put any number of creature and or vehicle cards with different powers from among them into my hand, and the rest on the bottom.
So how many? 5?
So 5, 6, because it's getting +1 over the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 different creatures with different powers. One's 2, one's 3, and one's 4. So all 3 of those will go to my hand. And these will go to the bottom.
Did you put any vehicles in there? Or is it
I
just-
did not. I actually did we put that head shredder shred? Yeah.
There's one vehicle in there. It's the one that came out in Duskmourn, the Hellshred.
And then I'll reveal until I reveal the land. The other guy.
That was
Doesn't
the
say
land.
lost a token.
Oh yes, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you just know what that is.
I actually didn't see it, but yeah.
What's going on
That
your hand there?
Valgaboss Lair.
Valgaboss Lair.
Yes. So end step, I will discard a Valgaboss Lair.
Pass the turn. Untap.
And then it might
On your upkeep, Curse of Surveillance will trigger. We will each draw 4 cards. The first card I'm drawing is Overwhelming Splendor.
So it has.
So it has Miracle, so it's reduced by 4.
But you still can't miracle it at instant speed, can you?
Miracle ignores timing restrictions.
It does?
It does.
That I did not know that.
I
What?
will cast that for. I'm gonna pay this for white, this into this to make another white. So that's 3, 4 mana for Overwhelming Splendor. Enchant player. Creatures enchanted player control lose all abilities and have base power toughness 1/1. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities.
Wow.
If we weren't recording, I was scooped.
That's wild. That's great.
That
though.
is crazy.
Bad luck, man. It's just, that's what's on top. That's crazy.
No, that's the scheming symmetry. I put that on top.
Oh, that's true.
You may proceed with your
I mean, I
turn.
think you said that was the card that Joe's gonna hate.
That's the one I said Joe would hate the most.
Yeah.
That one.
All right.
That's so nasty.
So now I'm
I mean, I don't know what these rooms do.
I
Like,
feel like
nothing's
we're on the side of the arch enemy.
I know. Yeah. Well, when we decided like the whole house thing for flavor,
Yeah.
it's not very strong. The deck isn't. It's just very flavorful.
Yeah.
oh, did you scheme?
No, I did
You
not.
scheme it.
I haven't played anything.
Turn it around right here.
I am Duskmourn. At the beginning of your end step, you may cast a spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Ongoing scheme remains face up until it's abandoned. Once I use it, it's abandoned.
Oh.
I will play a swamp as my land for turn. 1, 2. Let's play a meat locker. When I unlock this creature, tap up to 1 target creature and put 2 stun counters on it. Let's just do your reach play there.
I'm curious to know how well this deck would perform, like in a free-for-all game. You know, because I can only
Oh,
pick
yeah.
one player to curse. This is just the perfect thing because I have
was-
one person to
Yeah.
choose. And if this like snowballs too fast and it's just like completely, I think playing a game with this as the Archenemy would be pretty fun too, just because it is very strong. Yeah. It is super good.
Yeah. No, that's all of the
I will
curses.
pay 4.
And this is so nuts.
Unlock.
I just get to put one on for free.
Rickety
Like, I don't have to use
Gazebo to mill 4 cards.
this. Hey, you got a reaper.
And then return a permanent from among them to my hand.
Here we go. I have a question. Is this a
Turn-
permanent he controls?
No. It's like, I think it's
Just
like
outside of the
emblems.
game.
You can't like interact. It's like an emblem, right? It's there, but
Yeah.
now
You can't blow it up.
return this thing to my hand, and I'm actually gonna
Unless one of the other schemes says remove
Yeah.
all.
tap, and I'm going to
Now
play.
this is really cool. You could, like, if that the big side of that room is like really good, you could cast that side on your end step with this.
Yes.
If any of
The
those
only
are-
thing is I'm actually this is something that I can like use right away. So yeah, I'm gonna cast the Roaring Furnace.
Attack someone else.
When I unlock this door, it deals damage equal to the number of cards in my hand to target creature. I'm gonna blow up.
It's a 6/6.
Oh, it's a 6/6. Oh, that's
5/6.
also giving him one.
Do you have 5 cards in your hand?
Yeah, I only have 5, so never mind.
Plus one,
Let's
plus
do
one.
5 to Aminatou, and then I will
Come here.
1, 2 play another door. Glassworks. When I unlock this door, it deals 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls. I will do 4 to that thing.
Okay, this one there.
I'll just keep a blocker. They're both 1/1s. I'll pass.
Alright,
Untap.
untap. I have some upkeep triggers.
Remove the stun counter.
First upkeep trigger.
Tough.
A stun counter.
Oh,
This one
is
didn't have
stun
stun.
counter.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
this
I'm
one.
on untap. I am gonna have both of these trigger, and then I'm gonna have this one trigger to flicker itself, I think. But I'm gonna search for 2 curses to put on Joe first.
Oh my god.
I know.
Those are stun counters.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah. So the first curse I'm gonna play is Curse of Thirst. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, Curse of Thirst deals damage to that player equal to the number of curses attached to him or her.
Oof. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't see myself winning this.
And
That is crazy.
these curses are brutal. The damage is gonna keep coming. I'm gonna also put down a Curse of the Fool's Wisdom. Enchant player, whenever enchanted player draws a card, they lose 2 life and I gain 2 life.
Dang.
Alright, then I'm gonna have Estrid's Invocation exile trigger happen, so it's gonna exile, and then it's gonna re-enter as a Curse of Thirst. So now on your upkeep, you will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 14 damage.
Yeah.
Those are my upkeep triggers.
I imagine this is not going to be a very entertaining game to watch.
Unless people really like this deck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alright, everybody draw.
Draw.
Oh wait, a miracle. It's a creature.
You don't have Aminatou though.
I'll tap 2. Oh, I don't have any creatures in my graveyard. If I put Aminatou in my graveyard, it work. It has miracle on its own.
Oh, damn. That's
So
funny.
miracle out a Metamorphosis Fanatic. It's a 4/4 with lifelink. Might as well play it because I drew it. Okay. So yeah, it's a 4/4 with lifelink. Usually it would return up to 1 target creature from a graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. But I don't have any creatures.
I'll play Forest. Cool Forest.
Playing a tapped Strangled Cemetery.
I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Kona, Rescue Beastie. And then I'm going to tap 2 for a Friendly Teddy. Whenever he dies, each player draws a card. And then I'll tap 1 for an Optimistic Scavenger. Has Eerie. Whenever an enchantment I control enters and whenever I fully unlock a room, put a 1/1 counter on target creature.
If you kill that, force me to draw, I'll lose 2.
I'm going to
doing
play a
Let's
Renegade
do it.
Pathway.
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to tap the 6 to replay Aminatou. I'm going to pay 6 life and cast a Sigil of the Empty Throne. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, create a 4/4 white angel creature token flying.
2 to sacrifice Myriad Landscape in response, green, and 2 to Roiling Regrowth. Sacrificing this forest to look for 4 basics.
Cool.
Pretty sweet.
So I can
Yeah.
take those out while you guys are doing
Yep.
combat.
Well, comment. I would like to swing with a 3/2.
I will swing with
That's
Rit,
all it does.
and on attack, I will tap my Kona. Rescue Beastie. Rit the baseball bat. So that's a 6/6.
Well, I will block. What did you swing with?
It's a 3/2.
I'll block with a 1/1, and I'll block with a 1/1.
When a creature of yours dies, exile it, and I create a 1/2 green spider
There was
creature.
2 creatures I controlled.
Yeah,
dice, so
but it
yeah.
says non-token. If the copy is a token, then
Oh,
you
both-
won't get one. So just from his
Just-
commander, so you'll just get the one.
Okay. 1 Spooter.
So I pulled out 3 swamps and 1 forest.
So second main phase triggers. Reveal cards with Rip. I'll reveal 6 cards. So this Bashful Beastie will go to my hand. And then this House Cartographer will trigger until I get a land, War Room. And then Kona will trigger. You may put a permanent card from your hand on the battlefield. I will put a Dissection Tools. When it enters Manifest Dread, then attach Dissection Tools to that creature. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Death Touch and Lifelink. So I'll look at the top 2. I'll put this Conductive Machete in my graveyard, and this one has a 2/2, but this will get attached to it, giving it +2/+2 Death Touch and Lifelink. So
Nice.
4/4. And then that's all the triggers I have, but I will have to discard. I'll discard a Terramorphic Expanse and a Forest down to 7.
Okay. I have upkeep triggers that suck. Untap.
Untap, upkeep. We will each draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards,
Double
and Joe
lose.
will take 14 damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool.
I will draw, losing 2 more. You guys gain 2. Play Forest.
Oh, did you scheme?
No.
Yeah, scheme it up.
You also could have played something here and stuff.
Yeah, I
it's
did
an
on
ongoing scheme,
purpose.
so you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another ongoing scheme. You cannot hide from me. At the beginning of combat on your turn, one target creature gets +2/+2, gains vigilance, and can't be blocked. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player has less than half their starting life total, abandon this scheme. Black. Cadaver Lab. So Cadaver Lab, when it enters, I'll return this to my hand. I will tap a blue. I'll play a 1/1. I will then 1, 2, 3. Play a Spiked Corridor. When I unlock this door, I create 3 1/1 red devil tokens. They don't have their ability, but I do have 3 1/1s.
You could theoretically still win this game if you draw that room that has a win con on it. You have enough rooms on the battlefield.
Yeah, that's true. And then I will tap 2. I will play a walk-in closet. And I will pass turn.
Alright.
Untap.
Untap.
Upkeep triggers. First thing I'm gonna do, search for curse.
My commander is finally untapped.
So is my House Cartographer. He's been in the void for so long.
Yeah.
He's been trapped in that door.
Let's do Curse of Inertia. Whenever a player attacks an enchanted player with 1 or more creatures, that attacking player may tap or untap target permanent of his or her choice. And then we will Surveil 2, bin them both, and then
Good to go?
good to go.
Yeah. Draw.
We'll play a Plains. I will pay 7 life.
Play a War Room.
And I will cast a Cruel Reality. Another curse. Enchant player. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If the player can't, he or she loses 5 life.
Hell yeah.
I will tap a blue, cast Portent, look at the top 3 cards of target player's library, put them back in any order. I may have that player shuffle, draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. So I'll do that. I'll look at the top 3 cards of mine.
I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3 for a Glimmer Seeker. Has survival at the beginning of my second main phase. If it's tapped, I draw a card if I control a Glimmer creature. If I don't, I create a 1/1 Glimmer enchantment creature token.
Nice. I'm gonna play a swamp.
I'll equip this Dissection Tools to rip. The equip cost is sacrifice creature. I'll sacrifice this friendly teddy, so everybody will draw a card.
Which you guys will gain 2 life. I will lose 2 life.
Green and 1 for Finn.
If you swing a
the
swamp,
Fang Bear.
Don't put it in straight card.
Poison counter.
I'm going to pay
Yeah.
1 and play a Sensei's Divining Top. I missed a trigger. When I cast the Cruel Reality, Sigil of the Empty Throne will make me a 4/4/20.
Yes, it will.
Tap a white and a green to play a Get Lost. I'm gonna destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens. There's a lot of choices over there, but I was thinking I could just get rid of my veteran survivor.
How much power do we have on board? Can we just swing out and kill Joe? If we get rid of his blocker?
Oh, maybe.
Well, you
I
can
have-
swing out, and then I'll lose at my upkeep at least to the 14 I have to take. Or
I have
more
4.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 4 1/1s I can block with.
Yeah, the only creature I have that I can't attack with is the Squire. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15
What's-
damage.
What's your highest power?
6.
6? Oh, okay.
Mine is 8.
Well, I would block the 8. I would block the 6. And what are the other 2 largest things on the battlefield?
So if we're gonna do that, then I'll just tap 2 Get Lost on your crab. You create 2 map tokens.
I'm gonna try something real quick though.
Can we use? Can I use maps at instant speed, or is it
Sorcery
sorcery?
speed.
Oh. Good to know.
2 green. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Sweet Gum Recluse. Cascading. Do you have a creature card in your graveyard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna exile it with Carrion Locust. You lose. Yeah, so
Well,
I'll type
I
with
still-
a 2/2 and a 2/3.
Okay,
Swing.
So,
Tap all of his
8, 9,
creatures.
so for your largest black tainted strike, so it gets +1 and infect.
Yeah, and then we deal damage, and you'll definitely die on upkeep from all the damage.
I think I would just die right there. That's more than 31
is
collective
it?
damage. I'm pretty
I
sure.
have 4.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, or no, 16, 17, 18, 19.
You have 19 power.
20,
right?
21,
19 power.
22,
That's nuts.
23.
Yeah, and I counted like
And then,
14,
yeah,
so yeah,
so-
that's it. That's fine.
And I had Death Touch and Lifelink, so we would have gained.
Would you guys like to take an extra turn after this one?
Yes.
I'll tell you, that was not fun.
Oh man, what a brutal game. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss our next video. I felt so bad for the way we just treated Joe that we had to play another game. Same decks this time, no Archenemy, just regular Commander. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Archenemy. I think it would be really fun to play another game with my Curses deck as the Archenemy instead. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Happy Halloween, and see you next time, Magic players.